everybody, Jay the Minimalist here. In today's video, I want to give you guys some tips and tricks on how you can get started living in your vehicle, and also some personal reasons on why I like living in my vehicle. Let's get started. So first thing that a lot of people ask me is, if you live in your vehicle full time and you don't have an address, how do you get away with that? How do you get your tax returns? How do you get your mail? How do you register your vehicles? So for me, I ended up doing some research and discovered this really cool company, and I've personally used them 2 times in my 4 years of living in a vehicle, and it's called Anytime Mailbox. Anytime Mailbox is a mailbox that is actually seen as a residential address that you can use as a permanent address. It's extremely helpful. There's a few little things you got to go through when you set up an account. First, you create the account, you find the mailbox that you want, the location you want, and also the mailbox number you want. Another thing you're going to do is when you sign up, you're going to get a link, and you're going to have to go through a notary service. I think it's $25. It's like $25 or $50 to do. I believe it cost me $25 last time. And all it is just signing some paperwork stating that this is going to be your permanent legal address. And it was $10 a month for me in the area that I lived at the time. Another question I get is, where do you park your van? And honestly, I've stayed in several Walmarts across the United States, Planet Fitnesses, Anytime Fitnesses, and campgrounds occasionally. And also, if you're lucky enough, you could stay at something called BLM land. It's usually more common to find BLM land on the western side of the United States. And BLM land stands for Bureau of Land Management, which is actually public land that you can access and stay on for 14 days straight. After your 14 days, you have to pack up, move, and go to a different location. But you can always go to a different BLM land location and stay there for another 14 days. Really nice options for that. I have actually stayed at some Home Depots, especially because this being a white van, it just looks like a contractor vehicle. I have gotten away with that several times, so that has worked for me. A lot of questions I get is, well, Jay, how do you use the bathroom? And honestly, as a male, it is a little easier. I use 1-gallon jugs, and they're the plastic 1-gallon jugs. And what I do is, I like to drink out of glass, so when I buy a 1-gallon jug of water, I fill up my 2 half-gallon ball jars. They're designed for canning. They're meant for canning, like canning foods, pickles, things of that nature. And I just put water in that, seal them up, put it in my fridge, and then I always have a 1-gallon jug accessible to urinate if I have to do so. As for the number 2, I always keep an emergency bucket, trash bags, and baby wipes. I love baby wipes because I think they clean better and they have a lot more versatile scenarios you can use them with. I wipe my table and countertops down. I wipe my doors down, my handles, anything you can possibly think of, you can use those to clean with. I also use them for my body. If my hands are dirty, I can use those. They're just really nice, functional, and efficient way of cleaning. And I use just baby wipes. These are the Parents' Choice ones I get from Walmart. There's 100 wipes in them, and I usually buy an 8-pack of those because it's just nice to have them. So that's one of the things that I use. How do I shower? Well, I use a gym. I've been using the gym for 4 years, and I've never had a single issue using them. I've used Planet Fitness and Anytime Fitness, and to be honest, I prefer Anytime Fitness, even though it has a contract with their membership. A 1-year contract or a 2-year contract. I chose the 1 year. It's $22 every 2 weeks, so $44 a month. But for me, it's worth it. And especially after doing it for 4 years, I'm not in contract anymore, so it's a month to month at this point. If I wanted to cancel, I could do that now. So that's one of the ways that I would shower. Another way that you could shower is campground showers, truck stop showers. And personally, I'm grateful and thankful enough that I live with family on the side of their property here, And sometimes late at night, I'll go in the backyard and use a garden hose. I prefer that actually. It's colder water, but it feels natural. It feels like that's the way we should shower, and I'm okay with it. So that's another way that I stay clean. One of the topics I get as well is, how do I stay safe? Well, you have 911. I have a cell phone right there. I can call 911 if I have to or need to. Another thing is I carry a knife. Do I want to use a knife? No, I really don't want to have to use any force of deadly force upon somebody. But if it's going to be someone else's life versus mine, it's going to be mine. And some people might not like that. And if that's you, I understand. That's fine. We all have our differences. Another thing you can use is pepper spray. It's an easy, effective, non-lethal way of gaining distance from the perpetrator or the person trying to rob you or shoot you or kill you. But honestly, if somebody has a gun and they're going to go that route, well, I'm probably going to go that route too. And I don't want to have to do that. That's actually the worst fear that I ever have, is actually having to use a firearm. If you guys can't tell, I am a big advocate of the Second Amendment, and it's your right. The Constitution was written for that specific reason. I'm thankful for the founding fathers that have wrote that and gave us those freedoms. So personally, I carry a cordless hole punch, and for some of you guys that don't know what that is, you might not know. And for the people that know what a cordless hole punch is, So there's that. Another question I get is, how do I power my van or charge my accessories, my laptop, my phone, my battery backup system, and things of that nature? Well, I have a 2,000 watt Renogy pure sine wave inverter. If you guys haven't seen it, you probably can't see it now because it's blocked out of the view. But it's under my passenger seat, and I use that to charge my portable battery station, my devices, and also to recharge my Milwaukee batteries, because I use this Milwaukee device here, and it's just a little inverter. It has a 110 plug, a USB-A, and a USB-C port that I could charge devices with. The batteries last a good amount of time. Another reason why I like this specific device is it's part of the Milwaukee Ecosystem, if that's the right word for it. And I'll share with you guys another reason why I like that Milwaukee Ecosystem. I use a cigarette outlet with the Anchor USB-C plug that plugs in. I'm not affiliated with Anchor, but I absolutely love their products. I think they're excellent. I've been using them for years. Haven't had a single issue with any Anchor product I've ever owned. So I use the Anchor cigarette outlet plug. Another way that I keep things charged up is shore power. I'm grateful and thankful enough and thankful that I have access to shore power. I pay $50 a month to my family just to plug in, and the only thing I really need it for is my air conditioner, and I don't really pull that much power out here, so I'm thankful that I have that option to stay cool. Another question I get is, how do I keep my van clean? Well, that's where we get into the reason why I like the Milwaukee Ecosystem, is I use the Milwaukee M18 vacuum cleaner, this guy right here, and absolutely love it. It works excellent. Another thing I use is these baby wipes. You can wipe the countertop down, wipe the floor down, things of that nature. Another product that I use, or cleaner that I use, is a product called Super Clean. I used to be a detailer, an automotive detailer, and Super Clean is a very versatile, safe way to clean things. I just use a 32-ounce bottle. I put 2 ounces or 3 or 4 ounces, depending on how strong you need the cleaner to be, in a 32-ounce bottle with the rest of it water. It dilutes perfectly fine. You can even use a cap of it in your laundry and helps degrease clothes if you have greasy clothes. So that's another reason and way that I can keep my van clean. As for the external part of the van to keep it clean, I use self-serve bays at car washes. My van is too tall. It has a roof rack, an air conditioner. it's not going to go through a tunnel-based car wash. It won't. It's not going to be able to. For you, it might work, so you can always use that as an option. Before I had this vacuum cleaner, I used to use the self-serve bay vacuum cleaners to clean the inside of the van. But I've learned that I don't like using those as much because usually they're worn down, kind of nasty from other people. And also, I don't like to have my doors on my van open where people can see my living quarters in public like that. So that's one of the reasons why I avoid using vacuum cleaners, public use vacuum cleaners. Another question is, how do I keep my clothes clean? Well, I use a laundromat. And thankfully, there's a laundromat locally here where I could just go there and wash my clothes and be done with it. Their system's pretty cool. You go in, you use your debit card or cash in their little machine, gives you a little card, and you can keep that card and preload however much money you want to put on it for laundry. I prefer it and I like it because it allows me to budget my money for laundry, and then I don't have to worry about constantly using money out of my accounts or my cash. So that's one of the cool things about their laundromat. Another question I get is, how do you cook food? Well, I use a Coleman propane 2-burner stove and cast iron, and the food that I eat is pretty easy to cook. I'm on a ketovore diet. I've been on that for about a year or so, and I'm not prescribing it to anybody because I'm not a doctor or physician whatsoever, but that diet has worked extremely well for me. My energy levels are more consistent. I dropped like 60 some pounds. I feel a lot better. So that's one of the aspects of cooking and my diet. So some of the questions I get is, why van life? Why live in a van? Well, to be honest, guys, it gives me the freedom. I don't feel locked down. I'm not locked into a lease. I'm not stuck. I don't feel stuck. And honestly, that helps with anxiety so much with me because I like my freedom. If I want to go and move and just pack up and go, I just start my van and take off. And I love that freedom that I have. And it also, living in a van, it really limits what you bring into your life. I have been relatively compulsive throughout my life, and what I mean by that is I'll buy something thinking that it's going to serve a purpose or give me joy, and it just doesn't. And living in a van in a small space, it really makes you think twice before you make a purchase because you're limited on space. And to be honest, I value the emptiness of the van. It doesn't look empty right now because it's not empty, but my mattress folds up and I have all this room that I can utilize and just feel comfortable in and not so claustrophobic. Another aspect of van life that I truly enjoy is the financial freedom. I don't pay rent. I don't pay utilities other than the $50 I pay a month to be plugged in for my air conditioner. And I'm grateful for that. But I just feel like every year rent prices are just going up and up and up, and it's getting ridiculous. The cost of living is outrageous, so that's another reason why I truly love living in my van. And another aspect of living in the van is I just truly don't believe the American dream is for everybody. The American dream might be the American dream, but it's not my dream. And if it's not your dream, then it's not your dream. So I'd advise you, if it's not something that you're interested in, live life as freely and as uniquely as you like. And that's why I live van life. I don't like to be locked down, and I don't like to be told how to live. And by living in this van, it has really helped me out mentally. It has helped me out financially. And honestly, it's actually helped me out spiritually too, because I have been the most connected that I ever been with God. And some of you people might not like to hear this, and if you don't, you can click off the video or go somewhere else, but I am extremely grateful for the Lord. He plays a big factor in my life, and without him, I am nothing, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So I'm extremely grateful for that. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. If there's a tip or trick that I didn't mention that you guys would like to know about, please go down to that comment section and write a comment about, you know, some different aspects of tips and tricks. And maybe I have answers for you, or maybe I don't. If you guys do like this video, I would appreciate that thumbs up button. If you guys dislike this video for whatever reason, that thumbs button down works just as well. If you guys want to continue to see more videos in the future, please like and subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification so you guys get updates every time I upload a new video. I truly appreciate all the views. I really didn't expect my channel to be at 517 subscribers at the moment, and it's growing. And honestly, without the subscribers and the views, I wouldn't really want to be creating the videos as much. It's motivating, and it just shows to me that maybe people are getting value out of these videos, or maybe they're entertaining. And I just want to bring value to the people. I want to bring solutions to the people. And honestly, I just want to have a connection with people that are like-minded or not like-minded, so we can actually have discussions about alternative ways of living and a whole bunch of other things that I truly enjoy. So I do appreciate that, guys. Until next time, this is Jay the Minimalist.